People had a few other questions that kind of amazed me. Can you control sword and shields? I'll be 1000% honest. I've never tried. But the obvious one, well, clearly, the obvious one to try would be the Sigma and Octantis because it's kind of one of the main ones you can actually throw. But of course, we're not going to start there, are we? Not want to fail miserably. Let's actually try the Argoan Veil, shall we? I have not leveled this thing up, but it was kind of a no-brainer that you can actually control this thing because it is a glaive-based weapon. It is very, very, very fast. Like, ridiculously fast if you actually speed it up. It's fairly hard to control, which can be problematic once we do silly things like actually have enemies that we want to hit with this thing. Because, yeah, just at this speed, you're probably perfectly fine. Even though it just 3 bounces and it will return every time without fail. It'll bounce and come back. Bounce, bounce, and then it returns. Nothing at all you can actually do about this, which is why I didn't kind of want to do this, because it's a glaive that it throws, and glaives have a limited bounce. It's literally 3 bounces and it returns. We can find that by literally just not what I wanted to do. There, that works. That's 1 bounce, 2 bounce, and it has returned. It's silly on how effectively glaives work. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, return. Oh, so it's actually only... Wow, okay. Let's throw it in there. So it's only 2 bounces you get from that. Well, yes, it works. It is insanely limited to what it can and cannot do. It will do no damage because I don't have any damage mods on. But even limited damage, that is still a nice amount of damage this thing does. That's like 1,000 damage. And then it leaves a bit of a status effect. Unmodded, because I've never used the damn thing. I should get round to that one day. But for now, yes, the Argo and Veil can be controlled with navigation. And I'm going to take a great big gaping guess at yes, the Tenet Agendas can also be controlled. This, on the other hand, is a little bit more problematic. Simply down to the fact of it doesn't just throw something random, it throws a copy of the entire shield. That just looks a little very, very weird. Full speed. So yes, that also works. Akenbrunt, well, none of the normal attacks seem to want to throw the disc out at all. And I've tried lots of different combos to get it to work. Nothing, for nothing more than the fun of it. Let's try the heavy attack, see what that does. Nope, so you can't control the Akenbrunt either. Which leaves us with the Cobra and Crane. Can you control this? Well, obviously you have to kind of try and launch a projectile first. That would be very, very handy. And I cannot get one to come out, so I'm going to guess not. What about the heavy attack? Will one come out then? Nope. Because there is no projectile from the heavy attack of the Cobra and Crane. Which means, no, there's only 2. The Tenet Agendas and the new one with the weird name. One shoots out the whole shield that just looks weird. And the other, well, the Argoan Veil, shoots a glaive that literally has very, very limited bounceability. It'll bounce twice and then come back. That was 2,500 damage on something I have yet to actually level up. No, I haven't forgot about it. I just... That's a story for a whole other time. The Sigma and Octantis, I could have sworn... see? Oh. Because what you have to remember, of course, is this thing only works when you're in the air. Then you can take control of it. So yes, you can. Wow. Ever so slightly take control of this, but it is, dare I say, glitchy. I was really hoping we'd get that explosion to kick off. Not what I wanted to do, but never mind. It only works when you're in the air. And actually just normal melee attack, heavy attacks don't work. Then it will work wonders. Actually, that is much better controlled than it was before. Don't know what that was about. Or why it's only hitting 2 enemies and returning. Oh yes, got to jump to throw it. I keep trying to heavy attack. Force of habit. See, it does go weird at times. I cannot guess how this is going to work. It is, see, sometimes it's perfectly balanced, works wonders, and then just randomly jumps across the screen. Sometimes it'll hit a few enemies, sometimes it'll hit 2. It's auto-aiming towards enemies? Really? Did I just see that right? I want to test something. It is. It's auto-aiming towards enemies. Okay, that's interesting. So, if we go this way... that's not what I wanted to do at all. Do that again, please. And just... No, that's not... Yes, it is. It's trying to auto-aim towards enemies. So in theory, if we just throw this in there and don't touch anything, will it auto-aim between enemies? Short answer? Yes, it will. It's kind of... It is. It's auto-adjusting itself. Wow. Okay. That... I can't jump again. Really, game? All you gotta do is run off an edge and that's classed as jumping. So if we just go through this, it's auto-aiming towards them. And, well, that did not last as long as I thought it would. Kind of expired on the first hit. Yep. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go through there. And then it just takes control of itself. Now this leaves one last question before we quickly end this. What happens if you try to bring it back? I wish I knew, if I'm being 1000% honest. Because this thing detonates. Yep, you can instantly detonate it to actually bring it back early. By just using the heavy attack. Bang! And there it was, detonated and returns. Because obviously when you throw this and it hits something, it detonates. Well, Airburst would probably show that better. Kind of like a whip. But as you're using it with Navigate, that doesn't work. But you can make it work by just pressing heavy attack. And it's the same as the whip effect. And it leaves them... I can't jump again. Wonderful. But I think with that, because I now can't jump again, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.